Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shellcraft One and my old barn door, and I am back with hopefully the last video of what we're doing with our mixed media paper bag collage. So I went ahead and took the backs off of all the napkins so that I didn't have to deal with that. And so I want to add some flowers, but I want to add some of the roosters too. So I'm really in love with this one, and I love the fact that it has the roosters, or the rooster, and the flowers. And so I think I want to use this one. I should have tore them in half. Let's just cut it. Even though I don't generally like a straight edge on mine, I can tear as I'm adding it too. But this just will cut through some of the time. This one's kind of big, so I don't know if it would overwhelm this too much. I don't know. And then this one, I mean, it's fairly big too. It is so pretty with all the florals around it. I'm just in love with this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I might have to add him. I might add him over here, and then he can go on this side, and then add this flower and butterfly. You know, and you don't have to add the whole thing. You know, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. So let me just start with this one. Okay, and I'm just going to tear along the edge here. I love the colors in this one, especially for fall, because those are really pretty fall colors in the flowers there. Okay, so I think I would like him over here. So you know what? Let's just add him and go from there. And I'm using the For Real Mod Podge on my napkins because it's a little better. I mean, it honestly is a little better than the homemade recipe, you know. But still, for the collage part, you know, you can use your homemade recipe, and that way you don't have to spend so much money on Mod Podge all the time, because Mod Podge is not cheap, it's expensive. Okay. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? I'm not paying attention, I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to add him to this corner over here. And I just kind of want to rub it down and try and get as many of the wrinkles off as I can. And then we can go back over it with our Mod Podge. Okay. And sometimes if your Mod Podge is a little too thick, just dip your brush in water and then, you know, dip it back in your Mod Podge and it'll thin it out for you a little bit. Excuse me. All right. Now, I didn't want a straight edge up here and down here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my brush with quite a bit of Mod Podge, and I'm just going to kind of brush really roughly on the edge of this napkin. And what it's going to do is it's going to tear it some, and it's just going to kind of give it that torn look. Well, it's not going to do it today because I'm on camera. Normally, I can get it to do this, and it works just fine. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to even worry about, you know, trying to get rid of the square edge. It'll be fine. Alright, the next one I think I wanted to add was this one. because it is just beautiful. I just love it. So I'm just going to go with it. And I'm just going to tear out one of the panels. There we go. I kind of think I want it to be kind of like a focal point over here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and tear the edge of this because I just don't like the straight edge. So hang on, I'm going to tear it. Okay. So I've went ahead and torn out the napkin pieces that I want to use. And so I'm going to go ahead and just dive in with this. I'm not real sure if I want this here or not, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm just going to play with it and see, you know, what I get. Here goes nothing. Okay. Now you'll notice that as you're working with your project, it kind of curls up on you. And you just kind of have to work it out as you go. And I'll show you what I mean by that once we get everything on here and get it dried. And I will tell you, you know, that if your napkin doesn't have a white background, you know, it's going to cover up a lot of what's underneath, but I'm okay with that. You know, and if you really, really want what's underneath to show up, then, you know, make sure you use a napkin that has a white background. All right, so he's on there. And now I have this that I was thinking I might put maybe like here. So let's just go for it. And if I leave a straight edge on, I usually try to put it up against something that's, you know, already a straight edge, but you can't always do that, but I try. Like this, you know. That didn't turn out like I wanted it to, but okay. It's okay. You just have to play and have fun. I mean, you know, if I don't like this, I just cover the whole thing up with gesso. And start over. Okay, so we've got that flower there. And then I have this flower here. I'm just trying to decide where I want to put it, because I also have this, but I don't want to cover up that butterfly, but I might could put that there. I don't want it to be too much, you know what I mean? I don't want it to overwhelm the page, so maybe this is too much. So maybe we'll do this and a little butterfly here. No, there's already a butterfly there. Maybe we'll do him there. And then we'll leave it at that and see what we get. So let's just go ahead and add him over here. Oops. And then we'll add him here. Okay. Now I think I want to dry it and see what it looks like, because you really can't tell what you've got until it's dry. So hang on a second and let me dry it and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all good and dry now, and I like the way it turned out. I do. I think if I would have added the other flowers, it would have been too much, but with just, you know, the flower, the butterfly, you know, I just added just a little bit to make it look farmhousey. So what I was talking about as far as, now what I would do probably, well, if I was going to use this as a journal cover, you know, I could fold it in half like that, and then I would probably flap that over to make it, I don't know though, because he's going to cover up the chicken. Anyway, you can use it for a journal cover. You can use it for tags. You can cut it into strips and make tags. You can make an envelope with this. You can make pockets with this for your journal. Just about anything that you need in your journal, you can make out of these little collage pages. So, but what I was talking about as far as working it is just kind of bending it around, you know, and just kind of loosening it up so that, excuse me, so that it's not so stiff, you know, and the more you use it, the more pliable it will become. You know, that it'll make pretty little tags and pockets. I think I would definitely probably, this one would be super cute as a journal cover. You would just have to, if you wanted to use it as a journal cover, when you're doing your decoupage and putting your napkins on, you would want to place them in a fashion to where, because that's kind of a big journal, but this would be a good commonplace book. And I think I might do a video to discuss a commonplace book with y'all and kind of talk about that with y'all. But I mean, this would make, I may do that with this. That very well may be what I do with this one. But anyway, I mean, the inside would be, you know, this would be a cool cover. You can add some inks and do some mixed media on the inside if you wanted that to be your inside cover, or you can put fabric, or you can put scrapbook paper, or you can leave it like it is. However you want to do it, but it would make a pretty journal cover. And like if you wanted to cut tags, I'm just kind of, you know, that would be a pretty tag right there. You know, and that's all you would need. You just trim it up and make it into your tag shape, put a little topper on it. So all kinds of different things that you can do with this. So I hope you enjoyed this little, I don't know, I guess it's just a play with me or a craft with me, or, you know, playing around. But just trying to show you some different things that I can, you know, that I do with these. And they make beautiful pockets for your journals. So anyways, that is pretty much that. I really think I like this as a commonplace journal. I might do that. We'll have to see. I like it. Okay, now that I've admired my work longer than I should, I will end the video here. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment box below. Please like the video and subscribe, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.